Today's video, I'm gonna show y'all my 245 pip trade breakdown. We literally called this in a couple of hours. Wasn't nothing too major. It was a good trade, right? We got in this trade last week, and as of this week, we were in profit. Smashed to 245 pips. I think it was last week is when we actually cleared out on that trade, right? But I'm gonna show you the analysis of what it is at today and what's currently floating at and how we got in this trade, showing you the entries, the strategy I use, and what we're going to do today, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Give me goosebumps. I'm not knowing what's going on, Sauce 1K Boss. So look, this is what I did, man. The first thing that I did, right? It was actually one of the days last week. Every single Monday through Thursday, I trade. I make my money. Mostly in the mornings is when I like to trade. I have that in this previous videos, the best times to trade, best time frames to trade. A couple of things, right? I'll put that here and put that down below as well, so you can check that out, right? So I use a platform called I Am Master Academy. We have access to over 200 plus educators. We get hands-on learning, right? They teach us and we be able to earn while learning at the same time. While we're learning strategies, we're able to hop on Go Live sessions with these educators, over 200 plus all over the world. The company has over 500,000 plus people, growing to 1,000,000 plus people. And we just been winning and eating and making a lot of money, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how exactly I was able to identify this particular trade, right? That was called out by one of the educators, right? So first thing I did, I hopped on a Go Live session, right? I'm gonna show you the educator that I watch and strategy that I use and how I use it on TradingView, right? The specific EMAs that I use, right? Go ahead and go into this thing, right? Let's go and keep our face right there, right? So I use a strategy called Delorean, right? So the Delorean strategy inside of I Am Master Academy is what I've used. It's been in the academy for 2+ years. I've been making my money with this strategy day in, day out, right? And this is how I make my bread, how I make my money, right? Kind of just to show you guys what is going on. All right. So these are the educators. These are the times that they go live, Monday through Thursday, right? These are the best times to be in the market. Usually Tuesday through Thursday is the most profitable, most liquidable, most volatile time. Monday through Thursday is also a good day, right? Monday, you just have to be a little bit more cautious. All right, for you guys, I break all of it down in previous videos. I'm going to show you the two videos. I'm talking about best time frames to trade, best time to trade, and also a couple other things and a couple other tips that I gave you guys, right? Even the best tools to use, right? I have that in my previous videos. Feel free to check that out. Right. This is the educator that I watch Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern, Mr. Patrick Kinney, right? He is the co-founder of the Delorean strategy, right? He has sessions every day. He's teaching around 9,000, 10,000 families every single week, right? He has recorded sessions. So every session I can go back and watch for further learning. Once it loads up, let's see. Or all right, let's wait for it to load, wait for it to load up. All right, so as you can see, he was live 6 hours ago, earlier today, right? About 10 a.m., 11 a.m. All right, so you can see this is all his favorite sessions that I can go back and do for more educational learning. And these are all his previous sessions, right? Yesterday, no, it's actually today. Today around 9 a.m. He went live, right? Ended around 10ish, 11 a.m. Right. Last Thursday he went live, and just kind of how he goes live, he records this. We can go back, right? Anything we could pick up, any gym, anything we want to learn, if we want to strategy, we can go that, right? So I hopped on one of his sessions, right? And he called out one of the trades here in the chat, and also I can show you guys how it looks right on a live, right? What he does on a daily basis, right? So let's go ahead and watch this again today, right? From one of his previous sessions. I'm gonna kind of just talk you guys through it and wait for this thing to load, right? Wait for this thing to load up. This is how it's gonna be, right? If you were ever to interested in wanting to learn from a particular platform how to trade for it, because I get a lot of people in my particular DMs, right? So look, he's even updating us on this particular trade, right? So let's go ahead and I can switch over the audio so you guys can do it here, right? From his timing, go ahead and switch that over.
Hey everyone, it's Patrick here. In just a few minutes, our live trading room will begin, but I would love to cover a few ground rules with you that are very important. First and foremost, please be kind and courteous to the other students in the live room. Everyone is on their own journey, and something that may be obvious to you might be completely foreign to somebody.
(2:20 p.m. Eastern). Okay. Just as expected. Good news for us is right now, if we
So as you can see here, right, he's going over a couple of trades, right, updating us on a couple of trades, right, and he's just letting us know what's going on, right, particular trades that we are up thousands of pips on, particularly silver, over up 2,000 plus pips, right, and also this previous trade, right, he updates us every single day on long-term trades that we can take and take advantage of in the market to make money, right. This is one of the particular trades that I was looking at that he called out last week, right. So this is what I had in my notes, right, on the 4-hour time frame, the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, buy when it shifts up in my entry zone, forming a W. And guess what exactly what I did here, right? We can even see here, right? It formed a W using candles, right? This was kind of like my entry, right? Wasn't the best entry. Some guys entered down here for a pending, right? I entered here, and I also entered again right here, right? As one of my strategies, right? That I use the Delorean strategy with the EMAs, right? It is the 5 EMAs, right? 5 EMAs. 5 EMAs, exponential moving averages, right? That's what EMA stands for, right? Now, each particular EMA is kind of like a magnet and has an importance to it, right? So just because this particular line right here was where exactly where I wanted to be, I was able to take advantage of another move and make some more money in the market, right? It passed the 4 steps that I look for when I'm looking for a buy, right? Usually when we get access to this platform, we get access to artificial intelligence that does everything for us, and all we have to do is determine whether we want to take that trade or not using 4 steps that we look at, right? I can go over that fairly quickly, right? I have previous videos that I use to go over my strategy, right? We get a blue arrow telling us to buy. First step, is this blue candle bigger than the red right here? The super small candle. Yes, it is. Step 2, is the skinny red line cutting through both, right? It's not cutting through both candle bodies, right? So that would have been a no for that one, right? But the real reason why I took it is because this little line right here is cutting through, which is another indication for a strategy that I like to use, which is the DeLorean. There's many different confirmations that I look for, and this was a strategy on a higher on this higher time frame, right? And also with this line cutting through was another confirmation, and within a couple of hours, right, after about 3 days, 3 or 4 days, we were able to smash our take profit, right? And it literally happened in a couple of hours, right? So usually 4-hour trades were in anywhere between 12 hours to possibly 24 hours. But let's even look, right? Entered anywhere around here, right? Was kind of in profit. So let's say that's about, right? This candle's 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, 80, 84, 88, 92, 96, 100. All right, close to about 4+ days we're in this trade, right? 3 days is 72 hours, 4 days and 96 hours. So about 4.5 days, right? After 4.5 days, right? This day was the 4-day mark, right? 4, 8, 12, right? Towards the middle of that day. Another 12 right here, right? So it took us 5 days to smash the take profit of 245 plus pips. Was a good trade, and it's still also floating for more pips, right? Some people may have stayed in for a position. I closed out all my profits after 245 pips. This is an excellent trade, right? For anybody that is watching this video, do not try to enter this trade now. Make sure you know what you're doing, you get the proper analysis. I can kind of quickly go over the trade that I'm using. Right now, this trade is about 300 plus pips in profit. All right, so that was a good trade that we took last week. All right, so let me just kind of go in on a lower time frame and show you guys what I usually look at when it comes to taking my trades. Let's look for a buy example, right? See if I can find a buy example. Buy example is literally perfectly right here. We got a little something in the way, but in fact, let's just go and use it. Cut through both candle bodies. Let's see. No, it does not. All right, cool, cool, cool. Let's look for another example really fast, really quick. All right. Perfect example right here, right? All 4 sets passed, went into a little bit of profit, wasn't nothing major. All right, this is what I'm looking at right here. I'm going to box it. Just to quickly go over what I'm looking at. Also, even right here, this is perfect. In fact, I like this a lot better. This is perfect, right? Looking at this, here's the blue arrow, telling us to buy. It's perfect. We're in profit after about 45 minutes, right? 3 candle roll. kind of go over there in a little bit more videos. I'm not gonna go too into depth on it. All right, these are the 4 steps that I look for. Just follow my voice when I'm saying it while I'm going over it, right? So step 1, right, we have a blue arrow next to a blue arrow right here. We have 2 candles to the left of this blue arrow. Is this blue candle bigger than this red candle? Right? Blue candle is letting us know, this blue arrow is letting us know we're looking to buy, right? Is this blue candle bigger than the red candle? Yes, it is, right? So step 2, right? Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? Yes, it does, right? Step 3, is this aqua line closely below? Yes, it is. This aqua line is a magnet. The closer you are to it, the more money you make. The farther away from you are, the more money you will easily lose, right? So that's just to go ahead and jiff that up. Step 3, do we have space to make money? Do we have any lines in our way? Or do we have nothing but black space? We have nothing but black space, right? And after 45 minutes, we were in 8 pips of profit. We let it ride for another 45 minutes. So in hour 30, we were up 11. Let it ride. Still, we still in profit. 2 hours, we up 10. 2 hours and 15 minutes, we up 15 pips. Not a lot of pips, right? We could have easily got out right here with the little 9 pips that we had in 45 minutes. Wasn't a bad trade, but even if I look at the time that we're trading, it's kind of a little bit later in the day. It's not the time that we want to trade, right? But this was a good example, good Delorean buy example, right? If it was the right time, you could have took it. I have that in a further video that you guys can look at. But let me find one quick example to show you guys what is the right time, right? What is the right time right here, right? This is perfect, right? In that London market range, right? We're looking right here. This one is kind of far. Let me see how far it is. How far it is. 11 pips. Now we can't take it. Can't take it. Can't take it. Can't take it. It's too far. Too far. This is why you want it to be close, because the closer you are, it explodes off it. All right. This is a Delorean example, so that's actually good, but it's not the setup, the classic setup that we usually look for. So I won't even look at that one. Let's see. Let's see. Perfect. Right here, but it doesn't cut through both. Okay, it's kind of tough. One example, one example, one example, one example, one example. All right, right here, boom, cuts through both. And it's the perfect time to trade just before the time ends right here. I'm gonna put a blue arrow, I'm not gonna box it. The last thing I wanna look at for this video. All right, so is this, so this blue arrow telling us to buy. To the left of this blue arrow is this blue candle bigger than this red candle. We're looking at these 2 candles. Blue candle is obviously bigger than the red. Step 2, does the red line cut through? Obviously, yes, it does. Step 3, is the aqua line closely below? Yes, it is. You see how it just explodes off it. Step 3, are any lines in the way? These are just a little bit of other things I look at for my indicators, just to let me know what is the high, the low of the week, where I can put my take profits at. So you can ignore that. It's not something that will be on your chart. It's not something that's a classical setup, right? Yes, we have nothing but black space. No lines are in the way. Guess what we got into after 45 minutes, right? Boom, enter right here, pull back a little bit. After 45 minutes, we're in 6 pips of profit, let it ride for another 45. After an hour and 30 minutes, we're up 12, right? A lot better than another 45. We're up about 20 plus pips after about 2 hours, right? So 2 hours, you can end up, if you put $1 in this trade, $20, put $10, $200, you put $100 per pip, you would call it $2,000, right? On that trade in about 2 hours. Made your easy weekly paycheck. If you have the account size, make sure you do proper risk management, 2% per trade. And I can give you no more sauce in this video, but I appreciate you guys. This was my 245 pip trade breakdown, how I was able to look at it. My educator, he helped direct us to this trade. He gave us the 2 entry zones that we were looking for, right, within this strategy. If you want to know what these EMAs are, right, let's go to FX, type in 5, and use 5 moving averages, whichever one it is. And that's pretty much it for this video, man. So we out.
Blue screens give me goosebumps. I'm not knowing what